What's up, guys? So I know everyone's starting to set up, I see. Whatcher Brothers, I've been obviously setting up for a while. Yard Hunter 5, Steve's Hunting Yard, started, well, I guess yesterday. I watched this video today. And these are the last of my vloggers that I watched that have already started, so I'm getting pretty upset because I haven't even started yet. And I am waiting to start. And now I got delayed back too. I am setting up October 7th because this week I'm going to build the cemetery fence, so you won't be bored because that's going to take a little while. I got to build about 80 feet of cemetery fence out of pallets and stuff like that. That's going to be pretty interesting. I got a few of the small things to finish up. I'm also some tombstones and getting some rebar, and I might get another skeleton from Walgreens to corpse for the cemetery, like a groom with like a hat and black roses, and he's actually going to sit on the box of my air cannon because I had a clown that did that, but I actually sold him because I don't really do the clowns anymore. Yeah, so it's going to suck holding it back, but I'll set up during that week too, probably. I might, you know, I don't really have anywhere to store the cemetery fence, so I'm probably going to end up putting it up that week before October 7th, so like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever it is. Alright, anyway, Halloween Hellmouth did this. I actually just thought about it today, but I didn't really kind of steal it. I didn't mean to steal it. I don't think I stole it, but my mom and dad's anniversary was like last week or something like that, and they got roses and stuff like that. Obviously my dad got it for my mom when someone got it for them at work, so of course when they don't throw them out, when they're gonna throw them out, I get them. So they're kind of just sitting here in the boiler room drying up so I can get them all nice and ewy, and I'll get a little vase or whatever, and I'll do that. Just a quick thing there. So let's head up to the garage. What's up, guys? Sometimes I tend to film a little bit sloppy, so I'm going to try and use a tripod when I can to try and balance it out a little bit and make things a little bit easier for you to view, because obviously when jumping from thing to thing and the excitement and anticipation for standing up isn't really helping with my steady hand, so that should really help you out. Anyway, let's see if I can get a little better in on this. Hold on a second. Nope, this thing does. Oh, I should just lower it. I don't really use this tripod a lot. There we go. Anyway, my corpse skull is coming along. Except the bottom, which is nice to have a little work done to it, I guess. Dried up with the paper. Sure, I should just stuck it on a stick, but I'm pretty good at my corpsing. I have a special way that I like to do it. So this is oh, hold on. This is my new one right here. I used a black knee-high that I got from I actually got it from me for Christmas. That's pretty good. That's right. So it does look a little cheesy right now, just a plastic skull, but I'm gonna use go up the eye a little bit, and I'll use a stain. The bottom didn't really dry well because I actually had it on this, which first mistake. But it should come out pretty good. I'm thinking just a little project just wanted to get done, maybe put it next to a tombstone, just to get a little something going. I haven't really corpsed something in a while. The alongside with the backstory, it's the same. I still have to cut it, but okay, now I gotta take this tripod off. So let's go look at the pumpkin that I finished. 1 second. Damn it, I didn't even film that. Jesus. That was just like 10 minutes. I was just sitting here and I didn't even film it. Anyways, now it's filming. My pumpkin is definitely took a twist and a turn. I kind of want to make it a little bit more burnt than the only thing that really bothers me about it. And oh, I'm gonna put teeth in it too. Fake teeth you get like for pumpkin decorating at the dollar store. I don't really like the fact. I'm probably just gonna put something up here, like a piece of red plastic or something, because I don't like how you can just see the light bulb playing through. It just makes it look weird. So I might need to do something about that. Or, oh no, I know. But I just wasn't liking, so I just took some cloth and I just draped it over. So it looks kind of cool. Once it has that scary teeth, it'll look a little bit better. Anyway, I mentioned, and that's basically what today's vlog will be about, is a little bit of previewing. I won't be vlogging again unless I get more pallets. I asked my dad to get more pallets for me at work. Because I finished the electric chair and I am on full force this Wednesday afternoon, completely Thursday and completely Friday, to making my cemetery fence. And it's going to be a big load. I might even get a few helpers out here. My parents will be at work, but I have actually my cousin who helped seal some tombstones. I didn't vlog anything, but he said he'll help, because the last project they couldn't have done a tree out there, so it's loud. It's the last project, but it's a big project. It's, you know, I think there's about 80 feet of fence I'd like to do. So yeah, it's like 20, you know. So I'm gonna start by just pulling out as you know, a few 8-foot sections, and then I'll see what I need to do. Those will be set up. I'm jumping around the camera again. Sorry. Those will be set up during the week. Not this week. Next week. I'm gonna start setting those up. Those are the first things that are going out. The columns are too, and then we'll slowly bring everything in. Just like Steve's Haunted Yard, I think I don't know if every hunter does the same way. I like to get the outside basic stuff down. You know, I like to kind of bring the appeal in. You know, if you start with the tombstones, it's great, you got tombstones, but it doesn't put the display in. You put the columns and you put the cemetery fence in there, then it starts to look like the actual enclosure space of whatever you're trying to do. So I'm basically just going to tell you the idea of what's going to happen with this weekend, how I'm going to construct this. Alright, so the basic design is to make as much fencing as I can with this little pallet wood. That's the basic problem. I've seen a few fences out of pallet wood. This might be the only year that I'm going to do this, so I want to make it like a 2-day project. I think next year I'm going to make a nice one with you know, PVC, bearing strips, and everything else. It's a little more time consuming, so I'm just going to throw something up to keep the yard enclosed from other people. And I'm not doing what I did last year. I did caution tape, and it was blowing everywhere. It kept twisting up, so it's basically like a line of string. So this is a creepy little fence. You know, you could do shadowing and spray paint. It'll still get the purpose off. It'll still look good, but it might be temporary. I might still use it maybe for other sections, or if I do a lawn or something. I don't know. It's free, basically. The furring strips for the actual lining is the only thing that's going to cost me money. And if I do like it a lot, maybe I will keep it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Pretty much standard width of the pallet wood is about this thick, which is it's about 5.5 inches thick. So if I want to kind of cut that in half, it's about 2.5 inches or so, a little more than that. So to get a basic idea, it's a little thinner. Yeah, it's a little thinner than this. And I think this is even big for a fence panel. Because if you put these two next to each other and you line them up, it's almost a little more than half. It's about 3/4 there. So, just to get a basic idea, it's probably going to be about to the point where I can. So I will need like 80 pieces of pallet. So, to try and conserve, I'm going to rip a bunch of pallets down, and I might even do that by hand, like with a jigsaw or something like that, because I don't want them all perfectly straight. This is supposed to be an old wooden fence that's been there for decades. I'm going to put moss on it. I might do some little spray paint or airbrush to it. Oh, someone's cutting trees down there. Yeah, that's the basic idea behind it. So you'll have them kind of spaced apart. Obviously not this tall either. They're probably going to be about I'm trying to do a reference. Probably as tall as this garbage can that you can see back here. I don't think I can go halfway on this too to get 4 pickets out of one. I might. I think it's going to look more like a border, so I have to kind of figure out a good height that I want. 30-something inches was like a good estimate, I think. So I looked up a lot of fences this year, so I think that was the general one. That's the basic idea of what I'm going to do. I have some leftovers. I'm going to start. What you're going to be expecting for Wednesday or Thursday is I'm just going to hopefully have a bunch of pieces of pallet by then. I'm just going to rip them all down. So I'll hopefully have a few people to help me too, because doing this by myself is not fun. And between tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I'll try to find some, go to Home Depot, and I might vlog it, get some furring strips, and either I'll paint, get a few cans of spray paint. They ones that are like 97 cents. Rolling it out in black latex paint is just, it's not much of an option, because I use this for my tombstones and I'd rather save for my tombstones. Just like I said, I think I want to put a more elaborate fence in for next year. I had them in the plans for this year, but I also jumped ahead and did different props. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. That's pretty much the last project. I might pull a coffin out maybe, or groundbreaker coffin, but mainly these will for the electric chair. And then I'm going to hopefully get extras. My dad will hopefully bring some home each day, and get a bunch. I have a good amount to start with though. If you're figuring about 2 fence pieces per pallet, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's about 12 pieces here. Not bad. I don't know how much makes any foot section. I'm thinking, let's see, put them 6 inches apart. So you got, 8 feet. I'm terrible at math. Alright. Yeah, so I'll figure out the exact amount. They're definitely going to be 6 inches apart. They're definitely going to be, my first section is going to be 8 feet long, because that's just going to take up most of the, each section of my yard will be 4, will have 2 8-foot sections. Like you have the front and then the side, and I have the walkway in the middle, you can see my yard, but each of that is 20 feet. So I'll have 2 8-foot sections, and then after sticking the columns up, I'll say maybe it's about, obviously a 4-foot section, but it might be a little less than that, so maybe about 3 feet, 3.5 feet, something like that. So we'll figure that out when it comes. But this is just basically a preview video. I won't be vlogging much until then. Alright, this video is getting kind of long, so catch you later. Wow, that was a fail. Hey guys, I started just you know, playing around with some of the pallet wood that I have and just seeing what I can do with it. And I came up with a pretty simple design and a pretty simple process, and hopefully I'll have my cousin bring over a jigsaw, because I only have one, and we'll just start cutting pallets up, I mean. So this is the basic design that I have, and this is all pretty much by hand because it doesn't need to be perfect, especially if I'm not using it for any of the years. I don't want to put forth so much effort. Plus, it's not bad, you know. They're basically looking like fence pickets. I just cut it with the jigsaw, so they're not perfect, but this is the height that they'll be at. I wanted to make a height that is taller than my, taller than my tombstone. So I think this is a pretty good height. And the fence won't look this tall because this is going to play as like a female, so the fence will be like that, up to there. And then there'll be two furring strips, one on the top, one on the bottom, with a little excess on top, a little excess on the bottom, like a fence would look. So basically that's how it is. And if I think it looks pretty good, I'm just going to lay them out 6 inches apart just to see how many CC I'll need. So, hold on. Alright, this is basically what I have. I don't think it's that bad. These scrap pieces of wood are just to represent the furring strips, so it's obviously not going to look like separate pieces. But this is 6 inches apart. This is already probably, let me measure. And across here, this is exactly 29 inches of fencing. Just, well, close to about 2.5 feet. Yeah, it's not bad at all, I don't think. I kind of like it. It's just that creepy, eerie fence. There's not much to it. It's simple. And I think I'm going to follow through with it. Whether or not I paint it, I think painting it is basically what it's going to come down to, looking like a fence. Every fence is pretty much painted. But when my mom looked for a fence, she said, well, a pallet fence. And I've always thought about a pallet fence, but then what she did is they were actually, in the article she read, they actually took a pallet and they cut the top off and they cut the bottom off, but then it looked more like, it looked much like a pallet. It looked like a wall rather than a fence. So I think this design is much more, and this is only 2 pallets. So as you can see, I'm already, more than 2 feet out, and that's only 2 pallets. That's good. That's really good, actually. That means, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's exactly what it is. I'll need about 8 pallets or so for a fence. Not bad. No, not 8 pallets. What am I saying? 4 pallets. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 2 pallets for each. 4. This is such simple math. 4 pallets. Jesus. Sorry about that. 4 pallets for an 8-foot. Probably about 4 or 5 though, because it's a little extra. But all in all, I think it's gonna look very nice. Pretty excited. So that's pretty much it. I'll keep cutting the rest of these up, maybe, just keep getting more. And once I get some furring strips, I'll start tacking them together. I haven't decided what yet. I haven't really decided. I might get some little screws. I might use an air nail gun. Just something to withstand. I think it's gonna look pretty decent. Once I get one section up, I'll actually put it between the columns, and we'll see how that looks. And let me just jump really quickly. I don't want to make this vlog too long. The front of the skull is stained. Obviously not done there yet, or in the back. But I paid close attention to spreading to stay in certain areas to make a little more of a bone structure. So whether or not I put an eyeball in there, that's pretty much what it is. Cool. One more quick update. Sorry if I keep updating, but this is pretty much it for the day. Pretty quick one, but just got carried away as usual. Cut up all the pallets that I could. None of them are exact. If I want to make them exact later, I can always just put the fence together, measure out a straight line, just strip them down. No biggie. Most of them within, like those. That's the big difference. Not a big whoop. And plus they'll be scattered around randomly. They're not all the same thickness. So what does it matter? It's a fence. I just gotta burn the edges a little bit, make it look a little old, sand them down a little bit. But I got 2, 4, 9 pieces. Pretty good.